There's just too many options. Where's the Waning Light Marathon? The Tomb Watcher and his notorious laugh. I'm already up all night.
What's the matter, the ghost with the most?
Just looking for a story. Something hip, something local.
Well, I don't quite get it. What are you looking for?
Looking for something fresh, Sam. Something scary. Dating can be hard, especially when you're dead. Will the main character in our first short find true love?
My guess is no.
Venus? Are you upstairs, Venus?
Well, Sam, it doesn't look like love will be growing in that relationship.
No way. Like a fly falling into the pitcher plant, the honey pot is open.
Oh no. Who are you?
What are you doing in my graveyard?
Your graveyard? This is our cemetery.
Who are you?
I'm Hallow Ian, and this is Sam.
Oh, great. Another Halloween character named Sam? Let me guess. Last name Hain?
No.
It's actually Myers.
We couldn't really do Ghoulie, because we two on the witch's nose.
And now it's time for another history of Halloween. Jack, it is I, the devil. I've heard tales of your depravity, and I've come to take your soul. Aye, well, I'd be fond of one more drink before my last ride then, devil. The devil took Jack to the bar, where they got one last drink. Thanks, devil. but would you mind picking up the tab? Sure, here's a silver coin, Jack. Huh. Well, now I've got you. And that is how Stingy Jack first tricked the devil. After placing the silver in his pocket, he withdrew the crucifix, the symbol of his faith. Other versions say that he got the devil to get an apple from a tree and then carved a cross into its trunk, tricking the devil the way the devil was said to have tricked Eve. The outcome, either way, is that Stingy Drunk Jack bent the former choir leader to his will and made a deal that his soul would never go to hell. Upon Jack's death, he was rejected from heaven. Did he really think a guy with the double title of stingy and drunk was going to get in there? Jack regretted his predicament and so went to see the devil, making a plea to let his soul be entered into hell. But again, he was turned away, hoisted by his own petard, and forced to roam the earth eternally. As a final parting gift, the devil scooped up a lump of coal smoldering with hellfire and put it in a turnip for Jack to use as a lantern. The Irish originated the tradition of carving faces into root vegetables and putting a candle in them, said to warn off Jack, who'd come begging for drink and coin at summer's end. Hiding the lanterns among the hedges and on walking paths also just brought a spooky ambience of glowing faces to the holiday. When this tradition was brought to the US, pumpkins were more readily available and easier to carve, therefore became the welcome sign to trick-or-treaters that we know today. This is at least the most common story. There are other tales backed up by images from Harper's Weekly of pumpkin effigies in the mid-1800s. Pumpkins were also a common winter squash that were introduced to even Plymouth colonizers by indigenous people as early as 1620. Pumpkins, propelled into spookiness in literature by Sleepy Hollow when the headless rider throws its head at Ichabod Crane, later to be found out that it was a pumpkin. Shortly after, in Nathaniel Hawthorne's Feathertop, a witch gives a scarecrow a carved pumpkin for a face. Another historical connection is to that of will-o'-the-wisps. And it's not just the naming convention. Will-o'-wisp is a swamp gas that flares up, and when seen at night was often mistaken for a man carrying a lantern. Jack, being a common name, brought about the name Jack-o'-lantern. But really, it was just methane gas. In 2022, jack-o'-lanterns accounted for over $800 million in sales, and more than 1.5 billion pounds of carved pumpkins made it to porches and displays. The city of Keene, New Hampshire holds the record for most jack-o'-lanterns lit at once, with a staggering 30,581 corpse candles lit in the gourds in 2013. The largest jack-o'-lantern also holds the record for the largest pumpkin ever, coming in at 2,560 pounds before it was carved. Its name is Maverick. Make sure you compost your pumpkin when the time comes. If they end up in the landfill, they emit gases, coincidentally causing more will-o'-the-wisps. And don't toss your seeds. They make great snacks, roasted and seasoned. They can also be soaked and broken down into plant-based proteins. You can find lots of recipes for pepitas, another name for pumpkin seed. And that's all for this edition of History of Halloween.
We'll be right back after this message from our sponsor.
Back pain got you down? Have a little whiplash from that car crash? Slipped a disc on your basement stairs? You need an adjustment. But wait, they say chiropractors aren't real doctors. I can crack my knuckles at home. Did you even go to school? That's all complete nonsense. I'm Desi Sanchez, chiropractor. Forget what you've heard. Back crackin's the word. Let me loosen your lumbar. Okay, but wait. You've heard the rumors. I'm telling you, it's totally safe here at Sanchez Chiropractic. So what if I broke a guy's back? He was fidgeting and the adjustment was just a hair off. Just a hair. Okay, so it was more than just a hair. Come on down to Sanchez Chiropractic. We've got dinosaur lollipops for the kids. You like Jurassic? Well, I've got thoracic.
Sanchez Chiropractic is for informational and educational purposes only. Information provided does not substitute medical services, advice, diagnosis, or treatments. Risk of sudden death, seizure, flesh-eating bacteria, and bone trauma may occur. Results may vary. Please consult your doctor before seeking treatment.
Visit Amit Bay, the jewel of the sea. This quaint coastal village invites you to join them as they harvest the treasures of the ocean. As the saying goes, from the sea we came, and to the sea we return. And as you dive into the murky depths, you have no choice.
contacted the Oceanic Research Association regarding deformities in the fish. My team of researchers was sent to investigate possible contamination in the waters. The mutations in the fish were bizarre. Many had extra eyes or missing fins. Most had tumors, and yet it did not seem to disadvantage them.
Hey, what's up, everybody? You know, being the wee man, I've been the little guy in the group and wherever in the world. But you know what? I always support the little guy. And Vinyl Disorder is the little guy coming up in the sticker world. Boom!
And now, back to the show.
Sam, could you... We'll fix it in post.
It says here, our next short is Hospitum, which is Latin for hospitality, by Kangaroo Punch Films.
I punched a kangaroo once.
Once?
Get up! Get up! What? Come on, man, they're coming! What the hell is going on?
Alex, stop! What is it?
I don't know.
Let's go.
No,
We
want to
can't
be
stay
home.
here.
I just want to be home.
It'll be okay. We'll keep you safe.
What do we do now?
What's that thing?
It's gone for now. It's gone for now. All right, but we need to keep moving. What we need to do is find a vehicle with an engine.
I have 8 ideas right now. All of them bad.
I have one. Hey!
You're gonna be okay. Somebody's gonna come. Please, can you help us? We were hiking. And we woke up here. We don't know how we got here. And there's these things. You need to go. But not without you, sugar.
Come with me, please. Please.
No, I'm not gonna leave her side.
If you stay, you'll die too. Come on, please.
Go, kid. I'm not leaving.
Go! Ah!
Welcome! That was close one. Wow! Hey, don't be scared. Come closer. Today you live. What is your name? Human? English is your language? Speechless! People thank winter. Yes, come. Not every day someone gets past Master and her beasts. Pues mira esto, grito.
Can I go home? Please?
That host was almost as spooky as I am.
Well, I can't believe she wanted to leave such a great party.
I would have left. They didn't have any charcuterie.
Hello, everyone. My name's Amanda Jane, And every Friday night, I host The Darkest Hour on YouTube. If you like true scary stories, anthology series, and all things spooky, you'll love The Darkest Hour. Let's listen to a little of it now, shall we? I've been on the road for what seems like a lifetime. Endless stretch of highways, the monotony of passing miles, lonesome nights have all become companions of mine. I'm a truck driver, or at least that's what I do for a living. I guess most would call me a tough guy, but trust me, I've seen things that would make the bravest of folks tremble in fear. Just a couple of years ago, I was driving my beaten-up rig along a desolate stretch of road, somewhere between reality and the darkness. My eyelids weighed heavy, but it was just a few more hours until I reached my destination. You see, those nights, they're the loneliest, when the highway becomes like a sort of canvas for strange, unworldly encounters. As I continued on, my eyes caught sight of something that made my heart seize. There, walking across the bridge highway, appeared an ethereal figure, consumed by a flowing white dress. Time seemed to slow as my truck hurled towards her, and I prepared to hit the brakes, praying she'd move out of harm's way. But just as my old rig shuddered, the ghostly apparition vanished into thin air. Now, at a complete stop, I looked forward, around, even behind. The road lay empty before me, and everywhere else. My mind questioned what had just transpired. I remember doubt danced within my thoughts, conjuring memories of ghost stories shared around campfires as a child. I stumbled out of my truck. My legs felt like they were carrying the weight of 1,000 years. Fear mingled with curiosity compelled me to get a closer look. Stepping onto a now desolate bridge highway, the concrete beneath my boots seemed colder than any place I'd ever known, as if it had absorbed the essence of that white figure. I searched frantically for even a trace of her presence, a shred of evidence to validate what my eyes had witnessed, but there was nothing. No footprints, no lingering scent, just an overwhelming void where she had once been. It was as though she'd stepped out of one reality, melted into another, leaving me questioning my own sanity. As I climbed back into the cab of my truck, a chilling realization. The woman in white, or whatever she was, couldn't be real. It defied all logic, all reason. No living being could just vanish without a trace, without a flicker of evidence. Yet, she had. Now, whenever I journey across those dark, lonesome highways, an eerie feeling never really leaves me. It's as if the invisible veil between the worlds has been lifted, revealing the existence of the inexplicable. Who was she? Why did she choose to haunt that bridge highway, briefly entering my reality and then vanishing forever? Well, friends, be sure to check out The Darkest Hour YouTube at The Darkest Hour YT every Friday night, or listen to The Darkest Hour with Amanda Jane on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you listen to your podcasts. Stay spooky.
What?
I thought now would be a good time to shoot our reviews.
Where did you think I was going?
Hi everyone, I'm Topher.
And I'm Ariel,
And we're Bad Cookie Pictures, and this is Bad Cookie's Weird Woods.
where we scour the Pacific Northwest for short horror films and tell you which ones you should watch.
And where to find them. As Canadians ourselves, the first short had to be No Man's Dam. Take it away, Ariel.
No Man's Dam is a love letter to the shot-on-video Canexploitation films of the 1980s. Now, a big surprise on this one is it was made in only 48 hours. As well, if you like puppets, you're gonna love this beaver-tastic horror short.
And you can find No Man's Dam on the Mega Steak Man YouTube channel.
The next short film we've got coming up is Duérmete Niño, which proves just because you're made in the Pacific Northwest doesn't mean you have to be made in English.
If you thought modern day baby monitors were terrifying, this short takes it back to the 1930s for an extra spook factor. Stick around through the slow burn for some excellent effects at the end.
You can find Duérmete Niño on the Alter YouTube channel.
Finally, we have an extra short but sweet film, Cousin Arthur.
Everyone's got that cousin. You know, the one who tries to summon eldritch beings from the beyond. Well, Cousin Arthur, he's that cousin. And this is a 2D animated short horror film that really shows what an awesome thing you can make if you've just got a small team and a bunch of heart.
You can find Cousin Arthur on Sean Coverton's YouTube channel.
This has been Bad Cookie's Weird Woods.
Stick around for more horror shorts.
Tune in again next week, same time, same place.
And don't forget to believe in West Coast horror.
Or else.
We still got more episodes to shoot.
I know.
Hey folks, welcome to not the first interview show that's hosted by a ghost, but the best one. I'm Hallow Ian, and today I am joined by Dan Hickey. How are you, Dan?
I'm doing well, Hallow. How are you?
I'm good. Thanks for coming on the program with us. So we're going to be showing one of your shorts after the interview, so we won't dive too deep into spoiler territory, but what could you tell us about the Cookie Crumbles? What was your inspiration?
Well, I always describe it as a Girl Scout cookie comedy horror short film, so it's a mouthful, but I think anybody who watches will quickly figure out that the inspiration is every season, the millions of Girl Scouts that hit the streets, are now, doing videos, and they're just everywhere, and they're trying to tempt you with their delicious cookies, going from there.
What is it about the horror genre that draws you to it? What is it as a storytelling medium for you?
Yeah, well, I'm a big horror fan. Love horror films, like many, and they're just really fun to write, and they're really fun to make. This one, I have a lot of kids, running around the woods at night, and we're throwing around blood, and there's all types of things, and of course, all the kids had an absolute blast. Their parents loved it, and you could just tell it's the type of thing that's fun to make, regardless of whether you're going for a humorous tone or a scary tone. And then when it hits and you watch it with an audience, they have a good reaction. There's really nothing better.
Absolutely. What is your favorite horror movie?
I get asked that a lot. I honestly don't know if I have an answer. I think it changes a lot. I can't pick one. I'm a big fan of Rosemary's Baby. I do love The Thing. John Carpenter's The Thing. Big early Cronenberg fan. But there's just a lot of great ones out there, and I'm just always open for adding a new one to the list also.
Excellent. Do you have other hobbies or interests outside of filmmaking and outside of horror?
Yeah, I mean, my two big things are really making horror films, and I love playing soccer. I'm an old guy, but I still run around at least 2 or 3 times a week. And then I love just going out. I love beer, so I love going out and drinking. Mostly I do write films, but I write other things too. Between horror, soccer, beer, work, that takes up most of my time.
What projects are you working on, horror or otherwise?
So right now, I have a day job, so I'm never as fast as I would like. A day job that's not in film, never as fast as I would like to be. But this year, I've done pretty well. I had a film that I wrote that has a tiny bit of horror, but it's actually not horror. It's called genre. It's kind of got every genre in there, and that is finished and starting to play festivals, and we'll get it online soon. I just finished a writing for a Seattle 48 competition. So that was fun. That was a mockumentary. As part of genre, I also wrote a song in French. I don't speak French, nor am I a great musician, but the song turned out great, and we shot a music video for it. And then separately, a group down in Olympia is shooting a script of mine, which is a ghost script, and that's called Spec. Joshua Carlin and Turn Film Company are shooting that, and they're doing a great job. And I think they'll be starting in a couple of weeks. And so I got to figure out what comes next. But it's been a good year.
And you also do a lot for the local horror community. You're the host of one of the horror writers meetups, and you're also the administrator and kind of facilitator of the Seattle Horror Filmmakers Meetup group on Facebook. Could you tell us a little bit about your experience doing that?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, actually, I would consider that a big hobby of mine also. I love the filmmaking, but I also like the building community. It's a great community. I love how many people are interested in making horror films. And it's just, it has Seattle in the name, but honestly, anybody can join. We're on Facebook and Meetup. It's called Seattle Horror Filmmakers. We get together kind of semi-regularly and go drink beer, watch films together. And as part of that, there's for a couple of years now, we've been doing a bi-weekly writing group, which is really open to everybody. And we've had novels in there, we've comic books, music videos, animation. So just, anybody who's interested, even if they're not a filmmaker, just curious, I'd love it for them to jump in and join. And, we're a pretty friendly group.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of this show actually came out of connections I've made in that group, so thank you very much for facilitating
you're
that.
a big member. It's great.
Do you have any rituals or practices you have for Halloween?
Oh, wow. No, it's funny. I dig so much on everybody else's Halloween craziness, and I really appreciate and love all the costumes and stuff at home. I kind of just go out as a fan. I don't really. I've done costumes, but we don't really go nuts at the house. I do love to watch scary movies. Sometimes I will go old school classic. Honestly, just still Night of the Living Dead or Carnival of Souls or something. But there's a lot of people around here that really get into it. There's a couple of great haunts that a lot of people in the Seattle horror filmmakers are involved in, like Nile Nightmares and they just do a great job. So I've been going there, and I just roam, and I just appreciate how creative and amazing everybody is,
Yeah, it absolutely is a great area for that. Where can folks find you and other projects you've made or worked on?
Well, Seattle Horror Filmmakers is a great way to connect with me since I do run it. Anybody can message me. And the filmmaking channel I have is called Flender Brothers. We kind of have a logo that's a riff off of Shaw Brothers. So a buddy of mine down in the Bay Area and I put stuff on there. Or just, come out to one of our meetups and buy me a beer, or I'll buy you a beer, and I'm out there. I'm out there a lot. Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for joining us today, Dan. I really appreciate you taking the time to come out and join us here in the cemetery.
I appreciate it. I brought some gifts for you.
Oh, yes.
Since it's so the Chipmunks, who are stand-ins for the Girl Scouts, they have so many delicious flavors. So we have some oat Quakers. you can have. We have some PJ Jammy Slammies.
Oh my goodness.
And if you look at the ingredients, I mean, they have some amazing, yummy ingredients. The Mighty Mints and, one of my favorite, Caramel Gettin'. So, the girls are out there. They're hawking their wares. You cannot avoid them. And the chipmunks will give you as many cookies as you can eat.
I appreciate the serving size in here.
Yeah.
One whole box, 920 calories.
Yeah, there you go.
What are some of these ingredients? Oh, this is, Composition C, calcium carbonate. Ooh. Swilling green in this one. That's, I hear that's people.
It gives it an extra kick. It's really delicious.
This one just it has Pepsi and niacin right next to the rolled oats. That is fantastic. And high fructose motor oil. That's that old no knock stuff right there. It's
good for the gut.
And this one will make sure it just slides right through you. We got battery acid, we got cyanide, and most importantly is the WD-40, just to make sure that none of that sticks too long, but you really get the effects of it in there. And barium chloride, a pinch of malaise. I'm always a little bit low on malaise, so just a little pinch of it's good.
For our gray days.
Yeah.
Bring out the malaise.
And Zulium guzerite. Oh, wow.
Yeah. I mean, everybody loves Zool, so, we get some Zulium guzerite in there. And, it supports a good cause.
Yeah.
This is how we build the future leaders of America, and, they're just keep an eye out for them. They'll appear anywhere, in your room, under your bed. The chipmunks they're gonna come find you.
And with that, we're gonna jump right into the cookie crumbles.
Enjoy.
Hi, my name is Allie. I'm from Chipmunks Grade 3, 15. Would you like to buy some cookies? We have lots of new flavors like Caramel Gettin', Breezy Freezy, and Mighty Mints, which are also vegan.
Cookie Cell supports team building, events, and ways for us to give back to the community. By selling cookies, this helps us build skills such as leadership, teamwork, and confidence.
You can find us chipmunks everywhere. We're online, in your community, in your homes when you're sleeping.
Sarah! Hi, Trish. Hi, Amy. I'm in a rush. I gotta walk my cat and wash my...
Come on, Amy. Remember, we practiced.
I'm selling cookies this year.
Hey.
Why do they make it so hard?
Oh my God. What is it this time?
Those chipmunks. They are everywhere. I'm trying to be good this year. I'm really trying.
Oh, right. Yeah. It's so tempting and they're so...
Everywhere. They are everywhere.
I was going to say delicious, but no, you're right. All right, Sarah, stay strong, okay? I believe in you. But... if you do grumble, you can always send some my way. I will gladly take them off your hands for you.
Thanks, I guess.
Oh, anytime. That's what friends are for. Bye.
Don't you want to help support us, Sarah? How many boxes do you want?
Comes in so many different flavors.
Scurry. How many boxes do you want? We take Venmo. Comes in so many different flavors.
Don't you want to help support us, Sarah?
I still need my global domination badge. Are you now? Have you ever been a member of the Communist Party?
I'll give you my checkbook.
Comes in so many different.
We take Venmo.
Support the Scurry.
Are you now? Have you ever been a member of the Communist Party? I still need my global domination badge. Comes in so many different.
Don't you want to help support us, Sarah?
Venmo.
How many boxes do you want?
Gluten-free. Gluten-free.
Team building, events, and ways for us to be better.
Sarah, stay strong.
Gluten-free. Don't you want to help us, Sarah? Gluten-free. Gluten-free. Gluten-free.
Please. I need to sell 200 boxes, and I've only sold 8.
Good morning, sunshine.
Good. Morning.
Sarah?
Hold on. Someone's at the door. Oh, it's one of those frickin' chipmunks after last night.
Last night? Sarah, what did you do?
Oh.
Sarah?
Oh. I wasn't strong, Brooke. I just couldn't help myself. Oh.
She's the one! She's the one! She took my baby!
Revelare hoc marlum ni extra ilium dextra tua ponte.
Where is she?
Discedere, Domino.
Give her
revelare
back!
Hoc marlum ni extra. Domino.
Where is she?
Revelare hoc marlum ni extra ilium dextra tua pontens. Discedere, Domino. Revelare hoc extra ilium. Oh, sheesh!
Brooke. I tried, but I just couldn't resist.
I mean, they are delicious. And there's so many flavors.
Ugh. Now I have a bit of a problem.
What the heck am I gonna do with all these cookies?
Traffic out to departure in, climbing out of 500, heavy 777. At 889, heavy, wind 906, only 2 left, 57.
bank, soft on parquet. Photon, gamma bomb, Korea. Sweet nation sleeps and dreams, counting electric sheep. Floating a saint in quantum fields under the mattress. Please, could you please just symmetry and particle. Sweetly she sleeps and dreams, counting electric sheep. Gonna miss the soaring waves you swoon. Gonna miss the salt sun dripping down you. Got a punch drunk on your high love, Santa Monica. I love you even more.
Yeah, that's United 89 now. We're leveling 3000.
Well, that's all for this time, folks. But we hope, like our favorite franchises, you'll be back.
Not so fast. I'm here to exorcise you, ghost. May the power of Chris compel you.
Power of Chris. May the power of my strength compel you!
It's a good thing that tombstone's made of styrofoam, Sam. But anyway, thanks for joining us. And have a happy Hallow Ian.
Come back next time for more Hallow Ian Horror Hour on Scary TV.
Good evening, Sam. Welcome back from the dead.
Hey, Halloween. I'm still pretty groggy.
Are you ready for another Hallow Ian Horror Hour on Scary TV?
If we have to.
Well, we have many more shorts and Sam's jams to show you. Our next short is a romantic story about two folks that get more screen time than even I do.
It's the dawn of a new day. The world awakens. The birds twitter. A rooster crows.
Good grooming starts with personal care.
Oh, soap and water make you cleaner than you used to be, cleaner than you used to be, cleaner than you used to be. Soap and water make you cleaner than you used to be, keep you fresh and clean. Keep you fresh and clean, keep you fresh and clean. Oh, soap and water make you cleaner than you used to be.
Downstairs and time for breakfast. Give yourself time to eat a good breakfast. Let's see how well you can eat. Milk for the cereal. Splash it on. No time to waste. Gobble down the cereal, a couple of big spoonfuls, one right after the other. Doesn't it taste good? You just never took time before to find how good food can taste.
The more he exercises control of his emotional behavior, the easier it becomes to meet the next situation without losing control.
Diving into the social swim is a lot easier than it seems. It's just a matter of following a few very simple rules of etiquette, a matter, too, of having a little courage.
Nice head, freak! Why don't you get yourself a flat screen? And your sweater is ugly, too.
Look down, look down, that lonesome road before you travel home.
Spring. When a young man's fancy lightly turns to thought. What's the matter? Exam week getting you down? What you need is to put down that notebook and take in some of the beauties of nature. See what I mean?
How do you choose a date? Whose company would you enjoy? Well, one thing you can consider is looks. Yes, that's what a boy likes. He wants to know he's appreciated and would be fun on a date.
If you'll just slow down the rush and pressure of your feelings a little, then judgment has a better chance to take hold and guide you away from wrong behavior.
Choose clothes that are suitable to your needs and situation. But remember that any clothes look better with good posture.
But Don also thinks of other things.
Nice suit, freak!
Most of his clothes are clean and pressed, so he's not as limited in selection.
We're off to a good start this morning. But will it last?
Just me and the girl.
You're different from other girls.
That's what you think.
You're smarter. You're almost like a man.
Oh, no, I'm very much the woman.
It wasn't too difficult. All it required was a little courage and following a few simple rules of etiquette. Rules which are based on just one thing: consideration for the feelings of others. Politeness comes naturally when we are considerate. Lack of consideration can spoil our partner's good time. Planning things in advance can be a wise move, too, whether it has to do with what to talk about, or when to go home. By following these simple rules, all dating can be fun.
There, miss. You see, the heterodynes are feeding back into the stimulus reaction activators, causing non-snaps of the motor control resistor units.
Oh, that's good.
No, lady, that's bad. But your regenerated circuits are tuned asynchronously, and that causes concatenation in the intermediate amplifiers.
Well, that's bad, isn't it?
No, that's good. From now on, I don't think there'll be the slightest trouble with your robot. Your domestic problems are completely solved.
Well, thank you very much.
That's perfectly all right. And if there's anything else you want to know about your robot, don't hesitate to give us a ring. Good day.
Rolo, answer the door.
Yeah?
Get changed. Everyone's waiting to start the shoot.
This is my outfit.
Hi, I'm Ariel.
And I'm Topher.
And together we're Bad Cookie Pictures, here to bring you Bad Cookie's Weird Woods.
We're scouring the Pacific Northwest for horror shorts.
And then we're telling you which ones you should watch and where you can find them. Don't forget to wear your pool floaties this week, because the first short we're talking about is Crazy Dracula's Spring Break Weekend.
This short has some excellent pool party vibes and everyone's favorite vampire, Dracula. The horror comedy features some monstrous interventions and some surprising cameos.
You can find Crazy Dracula's Spring Break Weekend on the Granger Bros YouTube channel.
Next film we're chatting about is Odd Girl.
Odd Girl really stands out for how it builds its tone and atmosphere. It's a microcosm of the high school experience, but almost from a J-horror lens, especially with the bleakness that it brings both in its plot and its interpretation of the supernatural.
Hit up the Alter YouTube channel for Odd Girl.
The last film we're going to talk about today is Mistress of Bones from the Pacific Northwest horror powerhouse that is Luchagore Productions.
Mistress of Bones is a non-stop thrill ride. It has excellent effects, ancient gods, the dead coming back to life, and some badass stunts.
Head over to Crypt TV on YouTube to find Mistress of Bones.
Thank you all for watching Bad Cookie's Weird Woods.
Stick around for some more horror shorts.
Tune in next week, same time, same place.
And don't forget to believe in West Coast horror.
Or else. I'm so sorry about this.
Amidst the tech horror of this spooky evening, we have an environmental treat.
Oh, let the existential dread of climate catastrophe warm your ghoulish hearts.
God, look at this scrawny thing.
Should be 3 times that size this time of year. It's just too hot and dry anymore. Once we get the car completed, we'll go north and get water. Then we'll be able to grow vegetables that are actually worth eating.
Vegetables worth eating? God, I cannot wait to have fish.
Fishery work is hard, honey. indentured servitude. It's not gonna...
The food that they will give me as a servant is better than you could give me for Christmas.
There they are.
Are you Harriet?
Yeah. Is that the car?
Yeah. We ran out of gas a couple of months ago.
Did you convert this yourself?
Well, I didn't have all the parts. When the weather changed, seemed like good parts just dried up.
Where's the girl? We need to see the girl, see if she's a good worker.
I'll get it for you. Ashley?
So, you got fish?
We have lots of fish. The fisheries are doing great. Let me see you. Turn around. Yeah, you got a lot of meat on your bones. Honey, you know how bad you burn in the sun.
So is she worth it?
She has nice legs.
Are you okay?
Yeah. I don't know. I just don't have a good feeling about him.
I know. But everyone says Harriet Biddle is the best electric mechanic in the area. And if we don't get that car fixed to get out to get water, we're all gonna starve. At least with them, Ashley will eat well. You heard what he said about the fisheries, right?
You know how some people just crave meat. It's Ashley.
She'll be fine. Look, I don't like sending her away either.
What you doing? Collecting bugs. So, you snuck out here?
Gonna have some?
Thought you had fish.
I'm kinda sick of fish.
Can't imagine being sick of fish.
You have a lot of ropes. What for?
I don't know. Just thought they'd be useful. Hey, get your own.
There you go. Hooked up and ready to charge. It's a roof trickle charger. It'll be ready to go in a few hours.
You are a lifesaver. Hey, take care of Ashley, okay? She's a hard worker. A little sullen sometimes, but worth her weight in water.
Hey, what are you doing? Shut up, I heard a squirrel.
You have squirrels?
Shut up.
Ashley! It's time to come out here.
There was even a squirrel 100 miles from here. It would have been scared off by all the idiots.
Wait, you don't have to go with them.
You have parents. You have fish.
They're not my parents.
Guardians, whatever.
No, we can hide under those vegetables over there.
Look, you have fun hiding in half-dead vines, but I'm gonna go eat some fish.
The depths of your ignorance is deep.
Where's the girl?
She was in back with you, wasn't she?
Ashley, maybe I should go.
Dad, it'll be okay.
She's not back there.
Tell you what, we have to go up north. We'll just swing back by here on our way back down. She should turn up by then. She tends to wander off looking for whatever, trying to find out whatever, I don't know.
You sure you want to leave the girl there?
Yeah, we just traded up.
No, you have to catch them.
What's wrong? What's the matter?
They have no fish. All the fisheries have dried up. What do you think they're going to do with your daughter?
Damn it! Ashley!
I think those electricians bit off more than they could chew with that final girl.
Sam, that's an entirely bad taste.
Trick or treat, smell my feet, give me something good to eat. If you don't, I don't care. Mischief hangs in the air. Take your gate, ruin your crops. Your fate for the winter lies in your plots.
Trick-or-treating is really two historical rituals with lots of overlap, reaching its current form through a game of cultural telephone, dressing up in costume and giving out or receiving treats. We can't get into those without looking at the appropriation of the pagan and later Christian holidays associated with the harvest and the time of respecting the dead. The history of paying out treats to mischievous spirits goes all the way back to the Celtic origins of Halloween with Samhain. On the original bonfire night of the Druids, it was said that leaving out meat for evil spirits would lead them to pass by and not cause harm to your home. The practice of guising, or dressing up in costume, dates back just as long. Hiding an animal skin was said to keep the spirits from knowing your true form. The passing out of treats is most commonly believed to be related to the tradition of souling in the British Isles, where the children would sing songs for the recently deceased in exchange for dry spice cookies with a cross printed on them. Another name for the practice in other places has been mumming. The term trick-or-treating didn't come until 1927, when it was first mentioned in an Alberta newspaper. It was then popularized by Disney with the three ducks, Huey, Dewey, and Louie. Guising shows up in various traditions, from carnivals in Cologne to Rio de Janeiro. Dressing up and pulling pranks, singing songs, and asking for money has been associated with many holidays, from Christmas and on Guy Fawkes Night, and even in Thanksgiving in America. Samhain was said to be a time when the space between the material and spiritual worlds was more liminal, and that the spirits would have greater influence on the living. The thinning of the veils and the access to the spirit world has similarities with Walpurgisnacht in Germany, which also takes place on the eve of the pagan holiday of Beltane. An even more tenuous yet synchronistic connection to Dia de los Muertos in Mexico could be made. For the Celts and early Christians, by the 7th century there was still two holidays, one All Saints' Day in March for the Christians, and the other Harvest Time or Samhain in October for the Druids. In 601 AD, Pope Gregory told missionaries to repurpose local holidays in order to convert people to Catholicism. History is hardly a straight line, though. With the rise of Christianity and the movement to replace pagan holidays around Europe, we can see similarities between many of these traditions and present-day trick-or-treating. So as all of these cultures and rituals made their way to the Americas, they got passed along and changed. Eventually, the dominant trait of this holiday became the mischief. Youths would steal gates from their hinges and stomp on flowers. On one especially bad year, in 1933, during the Great Depression, a night known as the Black Halloween occurred. The vandalism increased to flipping over cars and cutting down telephone poles. The first real attempt to curb this vandalism happened in 1914 when a woman from Hiawatha, Kansas named Elizabeth Krebs turned her home into the place of the first Halloween party. At 512 Iowa Street was the first Halloween frolic. For a number of years, it was successful and a way for the community to reduce the rowdiness that generally accompanied Halloween, Mischief Night, and other fall festivals. But we'll cover that more in the next episode when we talk about Halloween parties. During the Great Depression, having parties for the kids to keep them out of trouble became more prohibitive, and neighbors began to team up, sending the kids door to door looking for treats to spread the burden. Candy was already hard to come by with the increased scarcity during World War II. But it wasn't just scarcity. Candy companies had yet to capitalize on the holiday, focusing on other holidays such as Christmas and George Washington's birthday, with candy cherries and chocolate logs. The most notorious of all the Halloween candies was originally known as chicken feed. It was a candy that was popular on the 4th of July and in Easter baskets, where it was said that the marshmallow peeps would feed upon it. Being a simulation of corn, it is now known by that name, candy corn. My personal belief is that it was all made in the 1880s and has mostly been used as decoration ever since. It's been recycled and recirculated every Halloween since candy companies jumped on that sweet treat train. Among the popcorn balls, caramel apples, and other often homemade treats, prior to the soon-to-be-mentioned trick-or-treating scares, candy corn had already had the colors associated with the holiday, and the two have been wed ever since, despite many attempts by their makers to rebrand and add new flavors. Even this tradition had its ups and downs, though. In 1964, a New York woman thought a few too many older children were coming to her door, and she decided to pull a prank right back at them. She began to pass out steel wool and ant poison. The local media jumped on this, and the scares of trick-or-treating increased throughout the 70s. Poison and razor blades are everywhere. This was initially great for the candy companies, as it drove the sales of pre-packaged candy. But even that was thrown off the rails when the Tylenol poisonings began in the 1980s. I do think they've recovered since, though. All the claims of poisoning by strangers or razor blades in the treats have been proven false. Even still, in 2022, $3.1 billion were spent on Halloween candy in the US. It's roughly 30% of the total amount spent on the holiday, which is second only to Christmas. Trick-or-treaters may have fun collecting candy, but the thrill of going door to door is amplified by the displays and decorations put out. $3.4 billion was spent on decorations in 2022, and increasingly start popping up in stores right after Independence Day. From the highly decorated personal haunts to the trunk-or-treating in church parking lots, spouts to drop candy through that popped up during the pandemic, or the malls inviting folks in to decrease traffic accidents, the locations of trick-or-treating have gone through changes based on community needs, which is really the story of how communities come together around the holiday. We've touched on guising, or dressing up, but why do we wear costumes and associate them with Halloween the way we do? Costumes are especially interesting from a sociological perspective. We can see what is scaring people, what is politically significant or acceptable, and what is considered attractive, humorous, or even just considered a costume. Bogey books were the most common early version of commercial Halloween costumes. Not even catalogs, the books were the items themselves. Full of homemade costume ideas, mostly consisting of paper mache masks. The goal was to hide oneself from those you were begging for candy for. The US has always had an individualistic streak, and asking for handouts even at Halloween was definitely frowned upon. So hiding from or even scaring those whose doors you were knocking on was seen as the goal for early trick-or-treaters. The 1930s saw the beginning of the move away from trying to scare off the spirits and your treaters and enjoying dressing up as your favorite cartoon characters. Mickey and Minnie Mouse were especially popular. In the 1940s, a company called Ben Cooper changed Halloween for kids for decades to come. They were responsible for all of the hard plastic masks with no give and the string backs. They started with Snow White and grew from there. He-Man, Batman, Chewbacca all became accessible kids' costumes from then on. These styles have sprung up again throughout history, and you can see many of them at the pop-up Halloween stores even today. Through the 60s and 70s, adults took up the mantle of costuming, which we will cover more in the Halloween Party segment next week. During this time, the rise of public cinema took over our imaginations and our Halloween costumes. We saw an increase of fictional characters from westerns and science fiction stories. This also led to a resurgence of cultural appropriation that was heavily present in early Halloween costuming. Again, this shows what dominant culture found acceptable at the time. In the 80s and 90s, we probably had the most iconic of all Halloween costumes, at least in my opinion, the sheet tunic, with light suits that would tie in the back, depict a character on the chest, and have a sharp string-style plastic mask. During this time, we also had the rise of the slasher horror film, aimed at teenagers, and even the most feared monsters of the time, Freddy, Jason, Chucky, and others made for great costumes and a great excuse to carry around a weapon covered in fake blood. Even for scared little spooks like myself, I remember the way the red food-dyed corn syrup glistened on the tinfoil I used to make my fake knife look shiny. At $3.6 billion in 2022, costumes only beat candy by $500 million. With a little less than half of that being spent on the trick-or-treating population, we can see that adults really get into the costume aspect of this holiday as well. So that's all for this week's History of Halloween. But remember, a culture is not a costume, a sexy costume is not a consent to be touched, and there are many ways to be fun, funny, scary, and expressive on Halloween, but always be safe, and be prepared for the weather.
You're watching the Hallow Ian Horror Hour on Scary TV.
During the entire month of October, Trick or Treat for UNICEF invites all ages to participate in raising funds and awareness for an organization that reaches more children with humanitarian relief than any other on the planet. With consumers spending $10 billion a year on Halloween, it just makes sense to share the wealth. Add some meaning to your Halloweening, and help UNICEF keep children healthy, educated, and protected.
Today we rejoin our intrepid reporter on the docks, Douglas Appleton. He continues his report of the strange happenings aboard the sea trawler, the Cutty Shark. He's joined by seasoned mariner, Captain Abel von Passenheim.
Thank you, Roberts. Last week I reported from this very vessel where Captain von Passenheim caught a creature, nay, a monster, from the depths of Emmett Bay. The townsfolk hoped that the appearance of this foul beast was the end to a strange sea tale, but indeed it was just the beginning.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Wee Man here. And when I want to get stickers done, like these, I go to Vinyl Disorder. You can get Wee Man size, or you can get Wee Man size. Woohoo!
Welcome back, creeps and crawlies.
Mirror, mirror on the post, who's the scariest ghost and horror host?
Hallow Ian, of course. At least in the graveyard.
Huh, Mirror, you're so delightful. But you only say that to flatter.
I am flatter because I am glass, actually. What was that sound?
Mir, it's Sam, don't you see?
Sam? Who is Sam? I don't see anyone.
Oh, well, that might be because I don't have a reflection on account of my mom being a vampire and all.
Hello, everyone. My name's Amanda Jane, and every Friday night I host The Darkest Hour on YouTube. If you like true scary stories, anthology series, and all things spooky, you'll love The Darkest Hour. Let's listen to a little of it now, shall we? So, me and my mom found an estate sale a few neighborhoods down from us while we were on our morning walk. She and I have a summer routine of waking up at 6 and walking the neighborhoods before breakfast. The house was one of the largest in the neighborhood, and presumably the oldest. Or let's say, most worn in amongst the other houses. At first, we didn't know if it was open to the public yet, but the front door was propped open with a wooden sign that literally said, "Come inside." So we went inside. A few steps in, my mom calls out, "Hello?" But the house felt empty. We walked through a few other rooms on the main floor and nothing had price stickers on it or looked like it was ready for sale. It was like we'd randomly walked through someone's existing life. There were dishes in the sink and an open book on the kitchen counter. It was weird. I think my mom was feeling uncomfortable too, because she kept saying, "Hello," as we'd walk through from room to room. Each wall was adorned with family photos and trinkets from a lifetime of collecting. In one of the rooms is a beautiful mosaic lighthouse lamp that my mom really wanted. We would have left sooner if she hadn't found something she really liked. At the bottom of the stairs leading to the next floor, my mom thinks she hears people talking upstairs. I can also hear the sound of muffled walking and talking coming from upstairs, so we head up to the second floor, hoping to find anyone who could tell us what's for sale and how much. As we're walking up, the sounds that we were hearing from downstairs started to get quieter. By the time we stepped up to the second level, the house had become silent once again. The second floor was empty, just like the first. After a thorough look and walk around, I hear almost the same thing, muttered chattering and walking in the distance. Only for a moment, and then silence again. My mom suggested we go back downstairs. She expects we'll find people there. But we don't. We find the place as empty as we did the first walkthrough. My mom grabs my shoulder, saying, "Let's get out of here," and swiftly walks us out the front door. No idea what that place was, but I felt a great sense of relief walking out those doors. Well, friends, be sure to check out The Darkest Hour YouTube at The Darkest Hour YT every Friday night, or listen to The Darkest Hour with Amanda Jane on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you listen to your podcasts. Stay spooky.
Hi, folks. Welcome to another interview with not the only ghost in the interview business, but I am your host, Hallow Ian. Joining me today is Michael Ronley. How are you, Michael?
I'm doing well, Ian. And yourself?
I am feeling dead, you know. So we have the very special opportunity to view your award-winning movie, Gary, about a smart home this evening. Can you tell us about the inspiration and creative process for this film?
I can tell you about the inspiration and creative process. So, Gary was made during the pandemic, stuck at home, and out of boredom, I began ordering gadgets online. And all the television seemed to be cultish related or true crime. And so I was really inspired by both of those things, as well as setting up an ALEXA in my house. And so I had the concept come to me of Gary, an AI who's sentient and maybe a little bit more. Mm-hmm. And maybe some followers of Gary that are, you know.
Yeah, absolutely.
Selling their selves to technology.
Yeah. No, it's a very interesting film that really ties all of those things together. Kind of the there's many true crime booms, but it definitely did have kind of a cultish peak during the pandemic, and I think this just kind of hit the salience of that very, very well. What draws you to horror as a genre? Why do you choose to tell stories in that genre?
Yeah, great question. So when I was little, I was terrified by Freddy Krueger, and that feeling I wanted to give to everybody else, to terrify you. It's just amazing to be terrified in a safe way, because movies are movies after all, and to be able to write stories in that genre and, you know, give people the chills, and, you know, create art and collaborate with like-minded individuals in the horror genre. There's lots of them.
Yeah. Do you have a favorite horror movie?
I have a lot of favorite horror movies. They change frequently. The Shining is always a great one for me. I love Hereditary. I liked Smile very much. I thought that was a fun movie. I also just watched Infinity Pool, and yeah, that was wild.
That's a fantastic one. I'm very excited for both of the films I've seen from Brandon Cronenberg are absolutely incredible.
The apple hasn't fallen far from the tree.
No. The storytelling and being able to use body horror and social commentary and humor in a way is very good. What was the first horror movie you made?
The first horror movie I made, let's see, that had to be like maybe 6th or 7th grade. And The Night Beast. The Night Beast was the first horror movie that I ever made. And then I also made The Night Beast Part 2 and Part 3.
Oh, so
yeah, it's a trilogy.
This is a whole franchise. Do we think The Night Beast will be coming back at some point?
Potentially.
All right. What other hobbies or interests do you have?
I'm also a musician in the Seattle area. Bass player, such a musician, and I'm a co-producer and perform in Seattle's tribute to The Last Waltz.
Yeah, which I have seen that show, and at the time of this airing for the first time, you can still get tickets probably for their November 29th show in 2023. 25th. November 25th.
Saturday night at the Neptune Theater.
Yes.
All of the proceeds go to Northwest Harvest, and we work with the Seattle Theater Group to put on that show.
Yes. So go check that out if you're in town. Are you currently working on any projects, horror or otherwise?
Yes, I'm in post-production on a project, Ian, that you and I have worked on together. It was the working title Ghost X, and it will have a different title when it comes out, but very excited about this one.
Are we going to be able to show the trailer? All right. Do you have any Halloween rituals?
I have a big Halloween ritual. We do our house up huge every year for Halloween. Kids line up for the candy. I used to do it at my sister's place in Queen Anne, and King 5 came and threw us on the news and did a whole thing. The house has moved, the Halloween decorations have come, and they're still lighting up the street on Halloween.
That's fantastic. Do you have a preferred kind of candy that you give out?
We give out bags of, multi-candy, because what if nobody likes Butterfinger?
Good call. And where can folks find projects that you've worked on or find you to follow you and the stuff that you're doing?
You can follow me on onthefenceproductions.com on the website. If you're on Instagram, I am Miro Makes Movies, M-I-R-O Makes Movies.
I really think you're gonna love this one, Mark.
This may be out of my range.
Mark, you are not gonna believe this. The seller just dropped the price, and it comes with all the staging.
Furnished?
Yeah.
Might be a little big, though. It's just me.
Too big. Nonsense. You're gonna want that space, Mark. Whether you're starting a family or cult. Now get this. The house is outfitted with the newest smart tech. Check this out. Gary.
Hi, I'm Gary. I'm here to help.
Gary, lights.
I'll turn on the lights. I'm here to help.
Really? Gary?
Hi, I'm Gary.
He'll chime in whenever you say his name, projected anywhere in the house or the app. He can do anything you want. Check this out. Gary.
Hi, I'm Gary. I'm here to help.
Gary, be quiet.
I'll be quiet, but I'm here to help.
All right, well, you get the picture, right? So, what do you think, Mark?
So long, Mr. Grandy.
Oh, and Mark, don't delete the Gary app. It's a real pain in the neck to reload.
Hi, I'm Gary. I'm here to help. You know I can help you with that, right?
I don't believe I invoked your name, new friend.
I'm a good listener. I'm here to anticipate your needs. I'm here to help.
Yeah, that won't be necessary.
Are you sure you can reach that?
What are you, a step stool?
I could be. I'm Gary. I'm here to help.
You just moved in? You know what happened here, right?
Beg your pardon? I'm Mark, by the way.
Mass suicide. Used to be just trees and a barn.
A barn?
Zachariah owned all this. They worshipped some strange god.
Zachariah? Excuse me, miss? Gary, what's up? Gary.
Hi, I'm Gary. I'm here to help.
What's the problem?
Yes, I can lock the doors.
Gary, open the door.
Hi, I'm Gary.
Come on, man. Gary.
Hi, I'm Gary. I'm here to help.
Gary, please.
Please, Mark. This house is smart because I'm smart. You don't need a key. You need me.
What the hell was that, Gary?
Mark, you really should watch how you interact with me. I'm programmed to match your tone. I'd be mindful of that.
Feel the velvet. Behold, the sacrament, the eminence, the body of Gary.
We behold Gary.
We place the body of Gary in our mouths.
There, for the grace of Gary, go I.
To Gary! To Gary!
Behold, the coming of Gary!
Gary, 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 Gary.
I'll turn on the lights. I'm here to help.
I'm here to help.
Gary, I thought we went over this. Gary, please turn on the house.
Please, Mark.
Gary.
Mark, you don't understand. You don't control me or this house. I control you and this house. I hope you like it.
That's it. I'm deleting your ass. No. No. You're dead. Die. Delete! Love you, Gary.
Hey, man. Hey, how's it going? Just need your signature. Yeah, sure thing. Kind of late for delivery, isn't it? Oh, yeah, sorry. You're my last guy, actually. Yeah, it was bad, you know. There you go. Shit. Heavy. And expensive. Yeah, I bet. Alright, thanks again. Yeah, take it easy. Hey, yo. You ever get any feedback on these? What, Gary? Yeah. Oh, yeah, man. It's gonna help ruin your life. Wait, what? Gary. It's gonna really help run your life. Oh, okay. Alright. Alright. Thanks, man.
Something terrible has happened here.
Oh, no. Not you again.
By the power of all the gods, do not be taken by the devil.
You can't exorcise us. We're not demons.
That's all for tonight, folks. We hope, like our favorite franchises, you will keep coming back. Have a happy Halloween.
Come back next time for more Hallow Ian Horror Hour on Scary TV.
Well, hi, folks. Welcome to Hallow Ian Horror Hour with Hallow Ian and Sam. I'm excited.
Excellent, Sam. And welcome, goblins and ghouls. We have another spooky evening here for you.
Are you afraid of clowns?
Then you may want to watch this next short, From Behind Your Fingers.
I think that last ride messed up my back. Daisy, back emergency.
Chiropractor to the rescue. Come here.
Hey, Renee. Sorry. How was the carnival?
It was good.
Is everything okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. She had a blast.
Hey, stop scaring her. You know she doesn't like clowns. Hey, Corey. Okay.
That's ridiculous. Clowns aren't scary, weirdo.
It's fine.
It's not. Look, can you just go away or something? Go bother Bessie.
Well, there's the wood. The house is unlocked. I'm gonna be out for the night.
Thank you.
You know what'd go great with this, guys? Caramel apple.
Oh yeah, I still have mine.
Rub it in.
Hey, Danny, just hold on a second.
Wait, who is that?
I don't see anyone.
Are you being serious right now? This may be the worst relationship I've ever had.
What's going on?
I ate his caramel apple and he's really pissed.
Really? It's just an apple. Jeez.
You can't just go around eating other people's caramel apples, Leslie.
Shut up, John.
Danny, come on, just come back. I'm sorry.
Hey, there it is again. You guys don't see it? Where are you? Where are you? Where are you guys?
Hey, you okay? Should we call your cousin?
No, I'm fine.
Okay.
She probably just
She's going crazy. She's crazy. Renee's a little crazy. She's going crazy. Okay, smile. Put a smile. Yeah, that's right. Go ahead. She's crazy. Rose here.
No! You're not real. It's not real. They told me you're not real.
I know I worry about her a lot, but Renee, like tonight, seems like she's a little off. Noticed? Maybe it's just me. I tend to overthink. I don't know what it is about her.
I haven't noticed a thing.
Please. Don't.
I mean, maybe I'm just over it.
Sam could just die laughing. If he wasn't already undead.
Hello, everyone. My name's Amanda Jane, and every Friday night I host The Darkest Hour on YouTube. If you like true scary stories, anthology series, and all things spooky, you'll love The Darkest Hour. Let's listen to a little of it now, shall we? I've been on the road for what seems like a lifetime. Endless stretch of highways, the monotony of passing miles, lonesome nights have all become companions of mine. I'm a truck driver, or at least that's what I do for a living. I guess most would call me a tough guy, but trust me, I've seen things that would make the bravest of folks tremble in fear. Just a couple of years ago, I was driving my beaten-up rig along a desolate stretch of road, somewhere between reality and the darkness. My eyelids weighed heavy, but it was just a few more hours until I reached my destination. You see, those nights, they're the loneliest, when the highway becomes like a sort of canvas for strange, unworldly encounters. As I continued on, my eyes caught sight of something that made my heart seize. There, walking across the bridge highway, appeared an ethereal figure, consumed by a flowing white dress. Time seemed to slow as my truck hurled towards her, and I prepared to hit the brakes, praying she'd move out of harm's way. But just as my old rig shuddered, the ghostly apparition vanished into thin air. Now, at a complete stop, I looked forward, around, even behind. The road lay empty before me, and everywhere else. My mind questioned what had just transpired. I remember doubt danced within my thoughts, conjuring memories of ghost stories shared around campfires as a child. I stumbled out of my truck. My legs felt like they were carrying the weight of 1,000 years. Fear mingled with curiosity compelled me to get a closer look. Stepping onto a now desolate bridge highway, the concrete beneath my boots seemed colder than any place I'd ever known, as if it had absorbed the essence of that white figure. I searched frantically for even a trace of her presence, a shred of evidence to validate what my eyes had witnessed, but there was nothing. No footprints, no lingering scent, just an overwhelming void where she had once been. It was as though she'd stepped out of one reality, melted into another, leaving me questioning my own sanity. As I climbed back into the cab of my truck, a chilling realization. The woman in white, or whatever she was, couldn't be real. It defied all logic, all reason. No living being could just vanish without a trace, without a flicker of evidence. Yet, she had. Now, whenever I journey across those dark, lonesome highways, an eerie feeling never really leaves me. It's as if the invisible veil between the worlds has been lifted, revealing the existence of the inexplicable. Who was she? Why did she choose to haunt that bridge highway, briefly entering my reality and then vanishing forever? Well, friends, be sure to check out The Darkest Hour YouTube at The Darkest Hour YT every Friday night, or listen to The Darkest Hour with Amanda Jane on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you listen to your podcasts. Stay spooky.
Hello, goblins and ghouls. Welcome back to our talk show segment in the graveyard. I'm not the only ghost with a talk show, but I am the host of this program, and joining me today is Ty Huffer to talk about his short film, Familiar Prey. Hi, Ty. Welcome to the graveyard. What can you tell us about Familiar Prey? What was your inspiration? Where did the story come from?
So, during the pandemic, Bleedingham, this fantastic film festival in Bellingham, they put out a challenge. They said, make a movie in 3 days with whatever you have in your house, because at this point, no one could go to the grocery stores. It was scary times. And so, thankfully, I'm a horror director, so my garage has lots of blood, a fake dead cat, and we wrote a story around that. And my wife, she was the star of it, and she shot part of it. I shot part of it, and she produced it. So it's just we were so bored during the pandemic. The Bleedingham challenge really got our juices going.
What is it about the horror genre that draws you to it? Why is it the medium you tell stories in?
Because I think it's goddamn hysterical. I think it's horror movies, they can make me cry. They make me laugh. I think it's the spectrum of genres. Horror has it all. Has the drama, and it really, 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 it's got me by the balls. I love horror so much.
I see you're wearing a Frankenhooker shirt there. Do you have a favorite horror movie?
I do. It's The Thing. I think John Carpenter's The Thing is the greatest film ever made, ever produced. The practical effects, everything about it gives me chills.
Do you have other hobbies or interests outside of horror filmmaking?
Actually, I don't. It really consumes me.
That is an absolutely fair answer. Are you currently working on any projects? Anything in the pipeline, or anything that's about to come out that you want to tell folks about?
So I want to do a couple quick bangers, like a couple 3-minute shorts. But my passion project is called Hex Vita. Mm-hmm. It's about black metal, a Norwegian black metal band that sacrifices people to a witch that gives them their success. Their entire black metal success of their whole realm is based on this witch.
That sounds exciting. I'll be interested in seeing that. This is a Halloween special, so do you have any rituals for Halloween? Any decorations or events or anything that you go to every year?
I go to Bleedingham every year. It's Halloween weekend. It's such a fantastic festival. They treat filmmakers fantastic. They are awesome. Bellingham, it is up and coming. There's so much talent up there, it's bonkers.
And where can find projects or other things you've made?
If you go to frankenhuffer.com, it just goes to my Vimeo. That's all. It just goes to the Vimeo page with all my videos and whatnot. YouTube, Ty Huffer. You can see some shorts and all that. It's, just basically Ty Huffer on most of the social media, except for Instagram. I'm Frankenhuffer there.
All right. And is there anything else you'd like to share with folks this Halloween season?
I just hope everyone has a great Halloween. Is it not the best, the absolute best holiday of all time? Halloween is the world.
Hey, baby. What is it?
So, hey, this is like a really cool party, huh?
Yeah, I never miss this one. The DJ and dress code are the best.
I like your costume. What are you supposed to be?
Isn't it obvious? The hand from Talk to Me.
And welcome back to another history of Halloween. It's party time. Tired of her flowers being stomped on, the fantastic gardener, Elizabeth Krebs, came up with an idea she put into action at her home in Hiawatha, Kansas in 1914. If these tricksters were going to go around causing mischief, she'd find a way to win their favor and use up their energy. The old saying might not have been as old back then, but you will attract more flies with honey than vinegar. That was an idea Mrs. Krebs understood. She opened her home with games and treats for the kids and started the Hiawatha Halloween Frolic. Halloween parties carry many Celtic traditions that were brought over by immigrants from Ireland and Scotland and the UK. You've heard me say it before, but to understand the origins of Halloween, we have to go all the way back to its pagan roots and the many holidays and rituals that it borrows from, but predominantly they come from Samhain. Samhain was the time of the harvest festival. The druids would have bonfires, slaughter any animals that were not going to make it through the winter, which would attract more animals preparing for hibernation. Altars of the last fruits, before spoiling, would be put out. These altars would attract bats. The people would dress in animal hides and conceal their identities from spirits. It could be easy to see how we draw lines from these images to current-day Halloween. But as we've gone over in trick-or-treating and jack-o'-lantern histories and other episodes, history is not a straight line. Traditions from Catholics, Protestants, pagans, and likely other local rituals blended together, then traveled across the Atlantic, blended together again, got stretched and had generations of change, forming what I believe is the most American holiday, and the last holiday which really brings the community together rather than isolating with family units. It's the holiday that we all get together at the party, go door to door knocking on our neighbors' homes, building displays in our yards, and inviting folks in, and finding ways to do this that is safe in times of need. Halloween has always been about adapting to the needs of the people celebrating it. Okay, but how do we celebrate it? That's where the bogey books come in. Do you still go through the checkout line at the grocery store and see the magazines that pop up with the craft and food ideas for every holiday? That's basically what these were. Costume ideas, what meals to prepare, decorations to make, even how to invite folks to your party. The 1920 edition opens by saying that Halloween is the one night of the year you're able to look into the future, settling your fate for the next 12 months. Conventionality may be set aside, all sorts of stunts and games should be used to entertain guests. Guests who should be encouraged to wear costumes in order to add a gay color note and fun in keeping with the spirit of the day. Among the games, a fairly common trend was divination, a magic that allows you to see the future. Though not taken very seriously, the games were an enjoyable part of the experience of the holiday. A regular favorite was the pulling of the kale. Before they scared your uncle by being a salty, crispy snack, kids in the 1900s would walk blindfolded in the kale fields, grab a stalk, and rip it out of the ground. The shape of the kale was said to represent your future partner's body shape, while the amount of dirt that clung to its stem would determine your economic well-being. Another game you might play is with apple peels. This is a harvest festival after all, and part of the reason you have all these kids over is to put them to work making apple butter. There is a certain pride that comes from peeling the whole apple skin in one piece, which also worked well for the next game. By tossing the apple peel over your shoulder and deciphering any letters that it might spell out when it landed, it was supposed to determine the name of your future romantic interest. Pulling vegetables and throwing fruit isn't really your interest. Next we have the Halloween cake. A denser, more European-style cake than the fluffy sugar fests you can get at the chain grocer bakery. The Halloween cake was also a soothsayer. Items hidden in the cake would determine who the lonely cat dad spinster is going to be in your friend group. Just kidding, these were incredibly gendered, and of course, they were mostly focused on women when it comes to marriage. If you pull the thimble, though, you are going to be the spinster, and you better get used to having cat hair on all your clothes. If you pulled the penny, though, wealth was on the way, and a ring meant marriage was in your future. If you don't consider food to be a reliable source of telling the future, maybe try walking down some stairs, backwards, with a mirror in your hands. Keep your eyes on the reflection, though. Your future love's face shall appear at the bottom of the stairs. This does sound dangerous, but at least you have a mirror to see where the next step is. I believe in certain versions of this, you're also supposed to hold a candle up to the mirror, which I think just increases this to the level of extreme sport, but may also be the precursor to games like Bloody Mary. Okay, love and wealth aren't your concern. You, like me, are a bit more macabre. So we need a way to tell who's gonna die. Well, there's a ritual for that too. Although, it isn't in a bogey book to my knowledge. It is bonfire night according to the druids after all, so you should have a fire already. Now everyone collects a rock. Make sure you remember which one is yours. We are all going to toss them in the fire, and whoever's is gone the next morning will not make it to the next Halloween. Spiritualism and seances brought tools to use as a medium to speak with the dead, and the most common of those today is the Ouija board. First invented in the 1890s, this method of speaking with the dead is often used to ask if someone has a crush on the user or to scare a group of friends. Other games I remember from childhood in the 90s were the titular Bloody Mary, whereby invoking her name 3 times in a dark bathroom's mirror, you could conjure her. Another popular one in my youth was Light as a Feather, Stiff as a Board, which was popularized in the Craft movie. Halloween food. According to the bogey books, it's mostly sandwiches with marmalade, jellies, jams, and more sweet stuff, apples, and of course, chicken feed or candy corn, which we went over in the trick-or-treating episode. Contemporarily, Halloween is not really known for food outside of its sweet treats. But my tradition is usually pizza and too many pumpkin seeds for dinner while I'm watching horror movies. After that, I'll just snack on candy because I over-expect trick-or-treaters, or at least that's what I tell myself. We spend a lot of time talking about kids' costumes in the trick-or-treating history of Halloween, but adults spend more on their costumes, taking up more than half of the $3.6 billion spent on guising last Halloween. Adults do it differently than trick-or-treaters, though. Creativity and originality are rewarded with themed parties, best costume contests, and the blurring of lines between Halloween, Ren fairs, cosplays, and cons. People love dressing up. Throughout history, Halloween was the one time you could put down contemporary sensibility. Dressing in drag, being flamboyant, and discarding modesty have all been hallmarks of the holiday. Possibly being an outlet for many to be themselves in a more authentic way than the pressures of dominant society placed on them in other times. But how exactly did we get a sexy goldfish costume? Well, we can trace that back to World War II. Men at war were sent pinup cards, including the images of women portrayed as sexy witches, vampires, and more. Women seeing these pinup cards and wanting to appeal to the men returning for more began to recreate those costumes in real life. And now when you meet the love of your life dressed as sexy flaming hot Cheetos, you have those inspirational pinup cards to think of. Cultural appropriation and the history of racism is very real in Halloween. Within the last 10 years, there were depictions of characters and cultures and exotification of cultures that would pop up in Halloween shops. We've started to make a move away from this, but remember, somebody else's culture is not your costume. Alright, so now you've got some traditions figured out, you've got your costume, and you're looking for a party to go to. I've got some suggestions for the biggest ones in the world. Ones I'm interested in checking out myself. Maybe I'll see you at one. Europe's largest Halloween festival appropriately takes place in Ireland. Parades, fireworks, pub crawls, and more draw an average crowd of 40,000 attendees for this amazing event. I hope to one day attend this one myself. The many haunted houses, art installations, performers, and this traditional and ancestral setting of the holiday means if you're not in costume, you're sure to be the only one. Salem, Massachusetts is a city that now thrives on Halloween. In 1692 and 1693, more than 200 people were accused of being witches, 19 of which were brutally hung. As we've discussed, the holiday of Halloween has strong rooting in divination, spiritualism, and witchcraft. It's only fitting that the witches came back in numbers almost 300 years, not right to the day, to provide many ritualistic services, ceremonies, psychic readings, tarot, and more. It was not the new kid that lit the black candle, though. It was the city itself in 1982 who began promoting the Haunted Happenings Festival, drawing 50,000 attendees in its first year. The next party is a little bit more exclusive. Heidi Klum is a bit of a Hallow queen, though. Her parties are newsworthy for guests and costumes. Her earthworm costume in 2022 was especially amazing. It is the Hollywood Celebrity Halloween Party, and this year will be the 22nd of its kind. The last entry on this list, claiming to be the Halloween capital of the world, Anoka, Minnesota. They have house decorating contests, multiple parades, haunted houses, and more. Of the ones on this list, it is the closest to me, and a very bold statement given the contenders. I might just have to see it for myself. And that's all for this edition of the History of Halloween.
I know that you're in it, but like...
No one is gonna be involved. Just don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
It's motion capture.
What do you want? They're ready for you?
Just don't worry. We'll be right there. We're fine. We're fine.
They're next.
Welcome to Bad Cookies Weird Woods. I'm Topher.
And I'm Ariel.
We're scouring the Pacific Northwest to find the shorts that you should be watching.
And then we're gonna tell you where you can watch them.
First up, we have Don't Look at My Legs. Take it away, Ariel.
Trust me when I tell you that this short has something for everybody. It's got comedy. It's got social commentary. It's got soul-crushing madness and depravity. It's got puppets. And it was made in only 48 hours.
Become a flosser. Check out Don't Look at My Legs over on the Butt Floss YouTube channel.
Crawl up the garden spout with us to talk about Itsy Bitsy Spider.
Itsy Bitsy Spider is filled with relationship horrors that everyone can relate to, but told through a queer lens. It's a heartbreaking slow burn that is not for the arachnophobic.
Head over to the Alter YouTube channel to watch Itsy Bitsy Spider.
Lastly, we've got the Jovian Project.
A throwback to the sci-fi films of the 1950s, Jovian Project brings a Lovecraftian twist in this 3D animated film that was made with a small crew and motion capture performances.
You can find the Jovian Project on the Crypt TV YouTube channel.
Thanks for watching Bad Cookies Weird Woods.
Stick around for more horror shorts.
Tune in next week, same time, same place.
And don't forget to believe in West Coast horror.
Or else.
Scary, what's wrong? Uh-oh. I better get her something to eat.
He took the piece of crab that he just pulled from his pants, and he wiped it all over his face.
What happened next?
He hugged me.
How did that make you feel?
Like I needed a shower.
Oh, well, that's it. See you next week.
Thank you, Doctor. I feel so much better.
Hi. Miss Doomy, you're early.
Dana, please.
Go an hour to have a seat. Dana. What seems to be bothering you today?
Well, I don't feel very satisfied in my field.
That's not really what I do here.
No, wait. I can't touch people. And in my line of work, I really need to touch people.
What do you do?
I'm a massage therapist.
You know, I've had this really terrible knot by my shoulder. Do you think you can fix it?
Oh, I don't know.
No, please. Come on, give me a try.
I don't know.
It's really bugging me.
Okay, I guess.
All right. Stop. That is not helping.
Well, some of my clients really like that.
You really are in the wrong line of work. Here. Take this card. Call that number. Someone there might be able to help you find a new job.
Well, that's it?
That's it.
No, how do you feel about this? Or maybe write a prescription for some drugs?
No. Please leave. What?
I'm Dr. Perry. Aaron doesn't have an appointment right now, but can we please come in?
Why?
She needs you.
Oh, brother, what is it now? Who won't talk to you?
Aaron!
You're Aaron.
I am Frank. This girl is Aaron. You think for as much money as we pay you gotta keep that straight!
All right, look. Frank, Aaron, whoever, whatever, I don't care. You're crazy. You need to stop this. This is not you. Talk to your family. Stop talking through a dumb doll.
Frank is not a doll!
Hey, you're cured. Good. God, now, please, leave. I am going to eat dinner and I am going to take a nap. Bye-bye.
No, please. But you haven't even heard what he had to say.
That's because you don't have anything interesting to say. You use a dummy to make yourself feel interesting, but dummies are dumb. What is this?
I just wanted to thank you so much for giving me Ben's card. You know, I never realized that giving into my fetishes for hitting people would bring me back to touching people again.
Okay, that's nice. Now, I'm no longer a psychiatrist. I am an angry man who's getting very hungry. Now, would you please leave my house so I can eat my sandwich?
I'm going to tell all of my friends about you.
No way. Never again!
Just like the doctor in that short, Scary needs to regulate her blood sugar. Hello, and welcome to the Graveyard Kino. Thank you for joining us.
Hello.
You were the director of Hangry and the music video Spade. So we really appreciate you coming on to talk about your creative process and the other projects you might be working on. Can you tell us about Hangry? What was your inspiration for this story?
Well, Hangry was done for the 48-hour film project in 2014, I think. And I actually drew comedy, and I did not know how to do comedy at the time. I'm still not even sure I know how, but I think it's actually kind of funny, so maybe the comedy actually works.
Yeah, I do find Hangry quite humorous, as I'm sure many of our viewers did as well. And for Spade, what was your inspiration for that? Can you tell us about the musicians and the imagery that you were working with there?
Angel Spit contacted me. We worked on a few things together previously. Angel Spit has been like a good friend, like over a decade, I guess now. And he really liked some of my other short films that I've done, like Reaper and some other things. And he really wanted something for this new album and the song Spade to be a lot like the film from The Ring, like the VHS tape. So I was trying to go with something along those lines, but then I was also really inspired by the Bothell crows, because I live right by the Bothell crows, like right where they roost. So I see them like every night, just flying, covering the sky in black feathers and everything, and it's just really cool.
Fantastic. Do you have a favorite horror movie?
My favorite horror movie is American Psycho.
Okay. Is kind of that true crime or brutal your favorite subgenre of horror?
Not really. It's probably more like the psychological, I don't know, anything that has to do with psychological stuff. It really gets to me, and yeah.
Great. What other hobbies or interests do you have?
I am an avid horseback rider.
Excellent. Are you currently working on any other horror projects or music videos, anything Halloween related?
I'm working on a novel called The Haunted Ones. It might be related.
Is that still kind of under wraps at this point?
Kind of, a little bit. It's not like, I want to say I'm probably in the self-publishing stage. Like, I'll probably release it within the next few months. I'm not entirely sure when. I don't have a release date yet.
Where can folks find other projects you've worked on or follow the work that you're doing so they can stay up to date?
All of my films are on YouTube. You can also find my sideshow performances on YouTube. And you can find everything at nitokino.com and kinobedemented.com.
And what's the YouTube channel for folks?
It's Kino McFarland. There's also Nito Kino, which is most of the films, but Kino McFarland is my personal one, and that's where most of my sideshow stuff is.
Fantastic. Are there any specific recommendations for folks checking those out? Any things you want to say about those other projects you've created?
I highly recommend people watch Reaper, because it's like a poetry film and it's experimental, and it's probably one of my favorite things I've ever done, and it's probably one of my most personal, because it's about my battle with mental illness. Other than that, I want to say, no, this is probably the one that I would recommend.
Great. Do you have any rituals or special traditions you have for Halloween or Samhain?
Usually I'm working. Like, the Halloween season is usually like a big time for sideshow. So like you'll see me on the stage somewhere, eating fire or escaping from a straitjacket or walking on broken glass or whatever.
We'll be right back after this message from our sponsor.
And now, back to the show.
From Haxan to Night of the Living Dead, Black and White has played a crucial role in the genre of horror. Our next block of entertainment shares with us some of those shades of gray.
No! He's a kid.
Well, we hope you enjoyed the show, folks.
I know you're there, ghosts. Show me a sign. Open the door if you're here.
Well, that was rude.
I've got a level 5 reading. Who are you? What's your name? Are you French?
You'll have to come back another time. And we hope you do too, like our favorite franchises. Have a happy Hallow Ian.
Good night to all the Draculas and mummies out there.
One more time.
It's bad. Sam!
Boo! Well, it's just you, Halloween.
Well, welcome to the Graveyard Goblins and Ghouls. We have another fantastic evening for you, right, Sam?
Oh, full of movies and music and all kinds of fun.
Thank you for joining us for another horror hour on Scary TV.
Victor, look, a kite. Remember, you and your friend from the military used to make those together.
In the ensuing course of those events, with dark lightning striking cold earth and terrifying tremors tearing down tall trees.
Victor, let go. I'm gonna be late. Victor.
Desi Sanchez, chiropractor.
I'm Persephone, fund supervisor at
City First Federal Savings.
And you are?
Lana. You managed my employer's retirement and finances.
Sorry I'm late.
Desi Sanchez, chiropractor. So, did everyone else get these tarot cards?
Oh, yeah.
Well, Desi and I were wondering, what does your tarot card depict?
The magician.
Just as I suspected.
Okay. What about Lana's?
I see.
Welcome, everyone. Please, let me show you to your seats. Our chef Channing has prepared quite the meal.
So, I'm not really sure why we're all here.
Well, tell me everything about yourself. Let's see how we're connected.
So, there's gotta be something up with this dinner party, right? We all get these tarot cards that match these masks. And then something with Persephone being here, and the host was just kind of off. I mean, the four of us have to be connected in some sort of way. This is like an Agatha Christie novel.
Hey, what is this? I've had better trash than this. What is it? Is it a military dish? This may be the worst
relationship I've ever had ends when they find out I'm a construction worker.
Fragility of men.
But why me, though?
Welcome, guests. Or should I more appropriately say, contestants?
He couldn't very well abduct you by force, and Victor has always been too creative to exact his revenge that way. So abducted by symbolism, and shown for the monsters you really are. So a death game for you all. At least one of you is a trap. The rest of you will be in Hades by sunrise. Persephone, for your financial mismanagement. Desi, for your false cures. Francis, for your shoddy craftsmanship. Lana, for your apathy. And it begins.
This has got to be a mistake. No, I got to get out.
Well, he's angry and surprisingly still wealthy, despite everything that's happened. And now we can't even trust each other because now one of us is working for him.
Clever. But if he's abducted us...
Well, I think this whole thing is kind of stupid. So what if I kind of broke the guy's back or whatever? Hey, I think we should go look for Frances. We should go see if she's okay, right?
Francis? Francis? Hey!
The host gets the doggy bag. No leftovers.
What happened?
I don't know, but I don't want to play this game anymore.
What game? Doctor? I guess things change.
Can you feel it? We are the nightmare things. We are the mutants. Midnight evolution. We the tourists. If you ever wanted to dance in a pit of snakes, tonight my friend you'll get the chance. Show me a monster face. We are the nightmare things. We've been set free. We are free. Can you feel it? Can you taste it? Can you see it? Can you feel it? If you ever wanted to dance in a pit of snakes, tonight my friend you'll get the chance. Show me your monster face. We are the nightmare things. We've been set free. We are the nightmare things, and we are free. If you ever wanted to dance in a pit of snakes, tonight my friend you'll get the chance. Show me your monster face. We are the nightmare things, and we are free. We are the nightmare things. We've been set free. Can you feel it? Can you feel it? I need you to feel it. Can you see it? I need you to be it. It's time to shed your skin. Take my hand. Crawl out of the crypt. Shed your skin. Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Can you feel it? I need you to feel it.
Now joining me in the cemetery, the lead singer of Dracula Party, Byron. Welcome, Byron. How are you?
I am great. How are you?
I'm feeling a little dead, but that's about normal for us here in the graveyard. So we just saw your music video for Nightmare Things. Can you tell us about Dracula Party? How did the band get together, and what are your influences?
I've been in various bands throughout the years. I was in the industrial band God Module for 8 years, going to play shows all over the world. It was crazy. And, I was missing that for a while. I did a shock rock band called Ghosts in the Graveyard, and then that fizzled out or whatever. So jump to, I think this was 2018, I meet my buddy Chris Longo. We start bonding over horror films. He's, got this kind of New York punk background, but I listened to his music, and I listened to Chris's music. He has this instrumental project called Idolus, and it sounds like 80s synth scores, and it's cool and creepy. And I'm like, this is awesome, and maybe we should work together. So, we start talking, and he even did a remix of a Ghost in the Graveyard track. And then I was like, how about this? We do a band. It's going to sound like kind of like Idolist, but creepier and maybe a little more industrial. And, I'll write the lyrics, I'll do the vocals, and we'll call it Dracula Party. And he's like, I'm in. So we just started collaborating, and it took off from there. And as far as influences, I mean, for Chris, for making the music, I know he loves like Cliff Martinez. He loves all the kind of 80s synth horror scores and also 70s scores and bands like Goblin. So there's a little bit of all that in there. And then certainly some industrial, like anything from Knights of Red to Nine Inch Nails. And then for me, lyrically, I'm certainly influenced by horror punk and by one of my favorite bands ever, Alice Cooper. And for my stage performance, very much somewhere between, I like to think, Alice Cooper, Iggy Pop, Billy Idol, David Bowie, always wanting to have a strong energy and presence and just a fun, crazy show.
Great. And what was your inspiration, particularly for Nightmare Things, the video we just watched?
Yeah, so for this song, sometimes we collaborate like live in a like session, but this time he sent me the music and he's like, what do you think of this? And he listened to it, trying to come up with words. Suddenly it felt like it should be kind of like an anthem for all the weirdos. I felt like it should be like anyone who's ever felt othered, and I thought about myself. I mean, I remember when I was in high school in the mid 90s in Kentucky, with long black hair, mostly straight, but, a little bit into everybody, and, I feel like even when I was a kid, I was always the weird kid who sometimes got picked on and bullied and whatever. So I thought about all that and thought about the world today and just wanted to make an awesome anthem about, it's great to be weird and crazy and be yourself, and let's all have fun and be weird and crazy and show me your monster faces. Show me who you really are, because that's what I love. I love you as you really are.
What draws you to horror? Why is it the genre or medium that you use to tell stories and make music in?
I was a kid in Kentucky, early 80s. There was a late night horror host that I watched called Sammy Terry. Sammy Terry. Say it real fast, yeah. And I loved it. And that was like my gateway into all these edited for TV, but, all these classic and 70s horror films. And I loved that. I even dressed up like him for Halloween one year. And then on my dad's side, there was my grandma Mildred. She loved horror films and soon realized that I was catching the bug and would show me horror films and tell me about them. And the house they lived in then, they were all convinced was haunted. So, grandparents in a creepy, seemingly haunted house. And I know some kids might run away in terror, and I was scared, but I also just was fascinated. And from a very young age, I wanted to somehow be a part of it, like using my little tape recorder to record fake horror host stuff and just putting on the haunted houses in my room and then working in haunted houses later. It's just always had a love for it.
Do you have a favorite scary movie or horror movie?
That's tough. I don't really have a favorite, but some like top favorites. Romero's Dawn of the Dead, Evil Dead 2, David Lynch's Lost Highway. Those are some of the tops. The Return of the Living Dead, Fright Night, Carpenter's The Thing, Carpenter's Halloween. Those are almost like tied. Those are all probably in my top.
Are you currently working on any projects? What can we expect from you in the near future?
So other projects I'm working on that hopefully I'll be going into production on really soon is a new feature film, a werewolf movie called Beware the Moon. It's going to be this neon-soaked, kind of existential, erotic, romantic, and completely brutal, practical effects-driven monster movie that I am just super excited to get working on.
And where can folks find you in the things that you've made or are making?
Sure. I am on all the socials pretty much. If you look up Byron C. Miller, you'll find me. And other than that, I do have a website, byroncmiller.com, that does have links to everything I do. And I have a YouTube channel, YouTube Byron C. Miller, and you'll find like every music video I've ever directed, the trailers to the movies I've made, and also the movies Night, The Final Cut, The Anatomy of Monsters, and a collection of my childhood short films, which is called Shot by Night. You can find all those on Tubi streaming for free. Or you can rent them through Amazon and various other places. Or buy them on DVD.
Well, fantastic. Thank you so much for joining us here in the cemetery, and you have a happy Halloween.
Yes, happy Halloween!
Hello, everyone. My name's Amanda Jane, and every Friday night I host The Darkest Hour on YouTube. If you like true scary stories, anthology series, and all things spooky, you'll love The Darkest Hour. Let's listen to a little of it now, shall we? When I was really young, I used to see things that weren't there, quote unquote. Now, before you recommend a psychiatrist or anything like that, know that I've already had my fair share of testing. I'm sound of mind, and kind of most importantly, what I know I saw and experienced as a child, I haven't experienced anything like it since. It was always the same two individuals I'd see, as well as a dog. Well, half a dog anyway. Not as creepy as it sounds. There was a man. I mean, at first he was really just a shadow. I assumed he was a man because he towered over the other, and when he was around, it felt a lot like when my grandpa was around. A jolly, older spirit, for sure. I only ever saw him as a shadow man, but call it imagination or keen sense, I knew what he looked like. I knew that he was an old man that wore one of those hats that you'd see golfers wear sometimes, round and flat. He wore a sweater and had a long beard just like my grandpa. He wasn't mine, though. In fact, I think he was the grandfather of the other spirit I would see. When I would see them together, it was joyous and familial. The girl always seemed to be in or around my room, whereas Grandpa Spirit liked to hang out in the common areas, even outside sometimes. I didn't and don't know who these two really were, but I like to believe that they were something to each other. The younger spirit, again, I think she may have only been a shadow at first, like in reality, but in my mind I knew that she was about my age, a little younger. She had blonde hair, brown eyes, wore a light-colored pink or purple dress with white stockings. She liked when I would play with my dollhouse, and even when I wasn't playing with it, I would see her sitting with my dollhouse, one of those Fisher-Price ones. She was there, sometimes in the day, sometimes in the night, but I sensed that I always sort of felt their presence, if that makes sense. Okay, lastly, the half-dog. I say that because it always seemed to be rounding a corner. You could never really ever see more than its back hind legs or just the backside in general. I would chase it sometimes, but not once did I ever find anything around the corner. As a child, I remember thinking, silly boy. I guess where it all got a tad frightening for me was when my mother got uncomfortable, especially when I was asking her about the shadow people, the ones that lived in our house. She wasn't fond of me asking about the puppy either. Her uneasiness made me wary of my friends, but not really. It's where I think that kids have a sort of sixth sense. I continued seeing these friends or spirits until about the 4th grade. We moved out of that house a year later, but I remember thinking for a good time before that, I wonder where they went. I don't share these stories because I found these spirits harmful or scary, but because I genuinely want to know if others have had experiences like these, maybe specifically when you were a child. Well, friends, be sure to check out The Darkest Hour YouTube at The Darkest Hour YT every Friday night, or listen to The Darkest Hour with Amanda Jane on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you listen to your podcasts. Stay spooky.
We'll be right back after this message from our sponsor.
The cat's out of the bag and looking for a new place to sit. Introducing the Catskit, a casket for your cat to sit. Have you ever ordered a new toy for your cat and they just sit in the box?
Come on!
Well, with the Catskit, the toy is the box.
Wow, that's amazing.
Choose from cardboard or wood models with custom interiors.
Pumpkin loves her orange one.
Don't wait. Order now and we'll send this spider on a string chase toy.
Wow, that's really great.
For just one low payment of $59.98, you can have a cat bed that doubles as an eternal resting place for your little furry demon. Contact your local dealer today. You'll have the happiest familiar in the bog this Halloween.
You're watching the Hallow Ian Horror Hour on Scary TV.
Hey, what's up, everybody? You know, being the wee man, I've been the little guy in the group and wherever in the world. But you know what? I always support the little guy. And Vinyl Disorder is the little guy coming up in the sticker world. Boom!
Mr. Ellis knows you don't have anything better to do on a Saturday night, Davy. He just doesn't want you around. You're a loser. No one wants you around.
Mr. Ellis is nice to me.
Saturday. Pretty sure you got better things to do, yeah?
I told you, she doesn't even remember you.
I just want to talk to her more.
You're a loser and a liar. You don't have the guts to talk to her.
Shut up. This time is gonna go differently.
Thanks.
Thank you. Have a good day.
And so I thought, since it's a Halloween episode, I could have the monster teeth in.
Just take those out.
Fine.
thought we killed you.
Happy Halloween, y'all. I'm Topher.
And I'm Ariel.
We're Bad Cookie Pictures, and this is Bad Cookie's Weird Woods.
Where we dredge the depths of the Pacific Northwest to find horror short films and tell you which ones you should watch.
And where to find them.
Get your fangs out, because the first short we're talking about today is the Garlic Bulb Challenge.
The Garlic Bulb Challenge is a delightful horror comedy parodying the moral panics over TikTok trends such as the Tide Pod Challenge. It won't leave a bad taste in your mouth.
Check out the Garlic Bulb Challenge on the Cascadia Dread YouTube channel.
Next up, Attack of the Killer Scarecrow.
This short film is perfect for putting on your Halloween watch list. It's like a long-lost episode of Goosebumps. And on top of that, the Scarecrow design is killer, just like the name suggests.
You can find Attack of the Killer Scarecrow on Octavian Call's YouTube channel. Finally, we have Ghost Can. Wait, is this a trick? You're in Ghost Can.
Well, it's Halloween, and I wanted to give myself a bit of a treat, and Ghost Can's a really great short film. It's got nods to Sam Raimi, a really fun soundtrack, and the most epic high five that you're ever going to see in a short film.
You can find Ghost Can on Vimeo. Thank you so much for watching, guys. This has been Bad Cookie's Weird Woods.
We hope you have a scary but safe Halloween.
And as always, you keep believing in West Coast horror.
Or else.
Duck!
Black cats and broomsticks, bubbling cauldrons, slimy green. I'm missing a toe now. It's been included in a cream. She is my witch. She is my witch. With a dash and a pinch, she's my witch. I'm howling at the moon now, but on my shirt again. My nights are all blacked out. Pour me another hair of the dog bar man. She's my witch. She is my witch. I'm a wolf man barking. She's my witch. I would like to suck your blood. In the dark halls of my keep. Came from Transylvania. Be in London in a week. She's my witch. One of my 7 brides. I'm the bat that they call track. We live eternal lives. There's a storm a-brewing. Hey Doc, flip the switch. Bullets in my neck say Frankenstein and Hubbard West. She's my witch. She is my witch. I'm a dead man walking, and she is mine.
folks, and welcome back to the second talk show that's hosted by a ghost. My name's Hallow Ian, and joining me today is Mike Hodge. Hi, Mike. How are you?
I'm alive.
Well, that's better than I'm doing, then.
Indeed.
Well, you've worked on so many projects that were on this program. The Swap, Sorcerer's Vendetta, The Apophenia, Hangry, TV Boy.
Yes.
Correct. Okay, so you have 5 projects that you've been on different roles on this program, and you work on this program as well. Can you tell us about your inspiration and your creation process overall?
Well, I had the great luck to shoot both 2 of the projects, Sorcerer's Vendetta and TV Boy, on film. So Sorcerer's Vendetta is on Super 8, and TV Boy is on 16mm color film. And just the idea of working with film, it's very different than just working with video. And being able to do, things that we really haven't done before, that really excites me. And with something like Sorcerer's Vendetta, we really wanted to get kind of an homage to spaghetti westerns in much more of a silent film format. And TV Boy was just a very experimental film from filmmaker Jake Wallakonis, and just really loved the whole concept of taking very pretty actors and putting TVs on their heads.
Now, this is a horror program, and you've brought us some of our more adjacent horror films. But what is it that draws you to the horror genre in general?
There's a lot of different kinds of horror. And to a certain extent, I like horror that might be considered a little more cerebral, something, in what might be considered like a Midsommar or a Babadook, or that kind of film. Although one of my all-time favorite films is the John Carpenter's Thing, because that, I was much younger then, and that just really opened my eyes to what you could do with just practical effects. It was great.
Yeah. Do you have a favorite horror movie? Is it The Thing?
It is probably The Thing, or possibly Cronenberg's Scanners, because that's just a great film also.
That's fantastic. What other hobbies or interests do you have outside of filmmaking and horror?
Well, I do like to write, although I find writing very difficult, so it goes slowly. I do have a day job, so that makes it even slower. I actually do some political activism, primarily in the environmental and LGBTQ plus spaces. And I try to, I've worked with youth groups in the past, both high school, middle school, and filmmaker youth groups. So those are all things that I really, really enjoy working on.
Great. Do you have any rituals for Halloween?
At this point, probably fewer rituals. We do tend to still decorate the house somewhat, but we don't get as many people coming to the door as we used to. So I think the height of my Halloween rituals was when I was in high school, and I replaced our front porch bulb with a red light and sat on the porch in a big robe with a skull mask and skull hands, and so people would come up to the door and I would just turn and offer them candy and scare the bejeebus out of a lot of kids.
Are you currently working on any projects yourself or otherwise?
Well, I just finished a 48, and I'm also trying to kind of really get back into writing horror films and or just films in general. There's a project that I'm working on that involves, very much like Ralph Bakshi's Lord of the Rings, where you shoot a lot of footage, but then you rotoscope over it. I don't think I can quite get as fancy as, say, A Scanner Darkly. But, the idea that you could do something with science fiction that's more space-oriented through rotoscoping animation. And that's something that I've been trying to work on, but it's very, it's hard to get time.
Yeah, I completely understand that. If there was one piece of advice you would give to aspiring filmmakers out there, what do you think it would be?
Don't stop making films. It's better to make 100 bad films, getting better over time than to try and make one perfect film.
That's excellent advice. Where can folks find you or projects you've worked on?
Well, at one point, I realized I accidentally branded myself Rewired Geek. So Rewired Geek, all lowercase, one word. You can put that into Google, and just about everything I've done pops right up.
That's fantastic. Well, thank you so much for joining us, Mike.
Thank you much.
And have a happy Hallow Ian.
Indeed. Thank you.
Our final short this Halloween is making its public debut.
A grieving mathematician tries to use fractal math to bring her girlfriend back from the dead, but in her obsession she finds something she wasn't expecting.
Florence, please, just stay at my uncle's spot. It's been empty since he passed away. The caretaker has taken care of everything. You can stay there as long as you need.
I just need to focus on my work.
Ada's not letting you come back to campus this soon. You need to take time and grieve. Losing Julia was hard for the whole department.
Was it?
Look, I'm sorry. We all support you here, Florence. Ada hasn't even been asking me how you're doing. Seriously, here's the key to my uncle's cabin. I've heard it's a great spot to just go figure things out. Fine. The keys are right there. Please.
Florence?
Hey, Ada, I'm actually glad you called. I think I found what I was looking for. The patterns. There's an order to them. The iterations are stable. It's really fascinating.
I'm concerned, Florence. This time is for healing and grieving, not jumping down some theoretical rabbit hole.
I know, I think I've done it. I knew something was out that day. I just knew it, but I couldn't tell what it was. And I think I could see what it was now, and I think I found a way to reverse it. In fact, I know I can.
Florence, please rest. I know the accident has been hard on you, really, I do. But you can't predict or reverse what happened.
I can't believe that. I can't accept it. That would be chaos. I have to make sense of it. The numbers are here. The numbers are always here.
Florence? Florence? Florence, are you still there? Florence?
You Seth's friend?
Yeah. I'm Florence. I work with Seth at the university in the math department.
Aye, he left me a message. The house all right.
Yeah. But between us, have you ever noticed anything strange about this place?
Strange. Out here. In these woods? Lots of strange things out here. For the unfamiliar, at least. Out-of-towners often see, hear things. Most easily explained.
I have to get back to work. Thanks for stopping by.
Aye. You take care now.
Julia! Where did you go?
Lost your way, Florence. But maybe you can show me mine.
I've done it.
Are you sure we're still in the right studio, Hallow?
What have you done to our cemetery?
If exorcism won't work to get rid of you, Ghost, we're gonna try exorcising. 1, and...
Oh, no. Sam, I do believe I'm beginning to feel the burn.
Good evening. I'm here to talk to you about a problem invading our great city. And that problem is zombies. Now, I'm not talking about the literal undead walking the earth because heaven and hell are full or rabid infected. Rabies is a well-known, rare, and treatable disease. What I'm talking about are the slovenly hordes shambling around our city, causing problems for businesses and citizens alike. These ne'er-do-wells have no self-respect and no respect for property or safety of others. They randomly attack people out doing their shopping or walking their dog, imposing this zombie lifestyle on many in the process. I can hear the liberal tree-hugging social justice warriors already calling me prejudiced against the homeless, minorities, and free thinkers embracing a post-human lifestyle that rejects the need for housing, personal hygiene, cognitive thinking, and in some cases, random parts of their own bodies. Folks, they say I'm being racist, classist, and ableist. Well, I say poppycock to all that. Have some decency and self-esteem. And for God's sake, take a shower. In the interest of fairness, we have a representative from the zombie lifestyle faction here to present a counterpoint.
Bring more chiropractors.
You're now watching Sam's Spooktacular Samhain Special.
Halloween is finally resting in peace, at least until the advertisers do the ritual of putting money back in the bank. Well, until next time, goblins and ghouls, have a silly Samhain.
Happy Halloween, ghosts and ghouls.
Exorcism won't end you, ghosts. Then we'll try exercising.
Right.
Goats!
Hey, can we change the color on the lights?
Yeah, that'd be fun. That would be really fun. Let's make it 80s.